You like or you don't like?
To look at issues.
Okay.
And when we have this opportunity, we must not come around to massage the ego of anybody. I often say it, I dove my heart for the governor of this state presently. It's an understatement to say that he's not opening up certain things, he's not doing new things in Akure. He's doing new things. But whether he came in on the platter of labor, he's the governor for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? But you see, don't gloss over certain inadequacies that he failed to do. We must say it frankly. If you want to be fair to him, some of you that are close to him who belongs to his party, as much as to say, oh, Mr. Governor, kudos for what you are doing. Areas that is not doing, when you have the opportunity in the public place like this, let people know about it. Then we will have a balanced judgment. Because it's the same spirit that will take to him that you begin to say, oh, Ranka did this, another kind of something. You don't allow him to see the other side of the story because he cannot be in all the places at all times. Yeah. Having said that, when you do a comparative analysis of what is obtainable in Lagos, I'm happy you said the population of Lagos State is about 18 million today. It's close to 20 million. Ondo State, by the last population census, is about 3.4 million. Mm-hmm. So when you look at that ratio too, and after Lagos State in the southwest, Ondo State is the second richest state. No. So you have to consider that parameters too. No, that's not correct. You understand what I'm saying? True. So as a matter of fact, you see, when we talk here, let's look at issues. Let's let Mimiko out. All right, he's the one who is leading the state presently. But let's look at, the entire thing because he's there today. Somebody was there yesterday. He's going to leave someday. You understand what I'm saying? And most of the things we say here, whether we like it or not, when some of us are in party A, we will say this. When we're in party B, we will say this. And they're talking about progressive now. Progressive, if you talk about progressive are people who have ideas, who have values, who have principles, who have philosophy they believe in. Come rain, come shine, they stand for it. Now, somebody who was in party yesterday, who benefited largely in that party, today because his finances has gone down, he's jumping to another party. Yeah. Meanwhile, he doesn't believe in the program of that party. And that's why you see them crossing up and down day and night, another kind of something. Yeah, there are no stability, there are no progressive, another kind of something.
Be able to choose.
That is allowed. But once you do it, it should be on principle. That's a fact.
It's always an excuse. This talk of principles.
Excuse me. When you are
always an excuse. Excuse me. When
you are expressing yourself,
allow him to finish.
It's not.
I think Mr. Jeff has the mic.
Yes, we have. I think I have the floor. Please permit me to express myself. Mm-hmm. You see, I've said, Ondo State is bigger than the biggest party in Africa. This state has come to say, this is our own Jerusalem. Daily we must confess. In my family altar today, I pray for this state. You know why? If the resources coming to this state is not judiciously, progressively, constructively, and productively used, if the money go down the drain, all of us will pay for it. And that's why we must eschew sentiments and prejudice when we are talking here on station. We must go beyond the issue of party sentiment and prejudice and talk frankly. I don't care what happened on your Osun. This is my own Jerusalem. There's no time that I can go to Osun and become commissioner. There's no time I can run to Ogun State and say I want me to be governor. Someday I can aspire to be governor in this state. And that's why I want the best for this state. People like us, I work in Lagos for 18, 19 years. I voluntarily retired from service. I work with Nigeria Security Meeting. It's open for anybody to go and check my record there. And I know what Lagos State used to be. And I know today that Lagos State is never the same again. Mm-hmm. Whether anybody like it or not, Lagos has become a contagious identity and a role model to all other 36 states, including Abuja today.
Yes.
By population, by pressure. But for instance, if you look at waste management, the tonnage of waste being generated in Lagos State on daily basis that is being heaped up, being packed, and all this and all that, is one area that I'm happy they say you just came from abroad, you live abroad, you know what it is all over there. Okay? When you look at it holistically, all our leaders are not leading us the way they ought to lead. If I must be frank, one thing that I will give to His Excellency Dr. Mimiko is he has always been here. As against all others. Let me finish. Allow
him to finish.
Let me finish. Excuse me,
Nigerians cannot be.
Let me finish. Let me finish. See, we're not talking politics here now.
Yes.
We're talking about our state.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And mark my statement.
Somebody is spending the people's money for the people.
Mark my statement when I talk.
I take it for granted.
Excuse me. Mark my words, everything that I say here, I'm saying it with every sense of tact, diplomacy, wisdom, and above all, sense of duty and commitment.
That's right.
I believe that come rain, come shine, there cannot be a vacuum. Somebody must be there. Okay? And I'm looking forward to a day that will have a governor in this state, because my prayer daily is to make Ondo State a contagious identity, a role model to all other states in this country, including Lagos.
That's starting point.
It is possible. You understand what I'm saying? So, and that's why you see all of us who often criticize, objectively and constructively, the system should appraise us, they should acknowledge us, and because we are helping the system. Do you understand? Everybody cannot come here and begin to say Rakade they are not. No,
excuse me, Mr. Moderator, if I'm allowed to say
something. You understand what I'm saying?
You are not allowed, Mr. Abitogun. Because of our time constraint. Let's go straight to the next question. Dr. Alawiye.
Yes, sir.
To tax the rich in society is a major program of the progressives. How many rich men pay tax in Nigeria to help the government?
That's a crucial point.
Yeah.
A very, very crucial point. And for any government to be progressive, that is one target that they must look at. Nigerians are making money. And the people in the upper sector of this country, they are feeding fat on the resources belonging to the people through the government of the day, and they are dominating that environment. What the entirety of the citizenry are supposed to be sharing is going to them alone. From research carried out, only 10% of the population of this country are handling 90% of the resources that belong to Nigeria. The remaining 90 of us downstairs are sharing the 10% that is remaining. That is the fact. Yeah. Proven by research. And governments they've not been bold enough. They couldn't have taken the bull by the horn to say, you people, as you are feeding fat on the nation, on the business environment, on the country, on the resources of government, that you should pay, a fair tax. A fair tax that is going to be redistributed accordingly and improve on infrastructure, improve on education, improve on every other thing. If not so, how will Dr. Jonathan tell us that by increasing fuel money from 65 naira to 141 naira is where Nigerians are going to benefit? The one they've been increasing from the beginning, what have we seen done with it? Except sharing at the corridors of government and sharing between the presidency and the National Assembly. That's where all the money is going. So, if you are talking about taxation, there's no taxation in this country. Even the taxation that we are seeing is one that is levied on civil servants and all the people who are just deceiving. When they want to go for the next election, they begin to manipulate their tax, records. Nobody is paying tax here. And the people in authority have not been bold enough. They've not been able to hold them to ransom and say, pay your tax or else we'll liquidate your business. And taxation. Roosevelt, whom we have mentioned severally in this place, and Obama today, are the people who are looking at where is the problem, why people cannot make enough contribution towards government and towards the poor who are below the ladder. It's true tax, a radical and a fair tax payment by those who are making the money and by those who are enjoying the privileges and the patronages of government. But if the tax is
to corroborate that,
yes.
What we're seeing in the name of their progressive over the year is to widen the gap between the rich and the poor.
Exactly.
It's a pity. They will mop up. How do you explain it? It's cut across all sectors of human embedded in Nigeria. For instance, when you look at the financial institution, how on earth do the group managing director of a bank who mop up money from Oniru Alamo, everybody in the market, in the name of billions and all that, and when people like us who are fresh graduates who have novel ideas, business entrepreneur and all that to do, they say you should go and bring proposal. The terms and the conditions they will give to you, they say go and bring the head of your father that died before you were even born as a collateral. The same CEO, the same executive director in the bank, the same strategic managers are the people who are taking the money for themselves to buy houses and all over the places. It's the same set of people. And that's what we have seen in the name of progressives in this country over the years. Even in the military today.
Okay.
That's the issue.
That's all right. Because of our time, just for as a party short, Prince, your party, the Labour Party, how progressive has it been to the people of Ondo State? In a nutshell, 1 minute.
Well, based on what we all can see on ground, and what I'm happy about is that there is nobody here who is saying that the Labour Party, being in Ondo State, have not performed. Somebody is complaining about not talking of what he is not doing now, but maybe that will be what he will do tomorrow. So we welcome every complaint or every contribution or constructive complaint that have been brought forward. So everybody here can see, like I rightly said, we can see the dualization in our, we can see that one in Ondo going on. Yes, because there is always a starting point. If you say Ondo State is your Jerusalem, there should be a starting point. We are all, we hear it in history that Rome was not built in a day, but we all know that the building of Dubai was during this our time, and we know it. So it started in a day. So if we are building, if we are dualizing in Owo, and we are dualizing in Odo, and we are carrying out in Okitopa, we have moving those towns to city status. And if we compare, if we say this program is not for Ondo State alone, and we compare it to other cities or other towns that are qualified to be called cities in this southwest, in Ilesha, in Ife, in Ede, or in Ikere, or in Ijero, or Ikole, that should be asking for their own kind of dualization or moving to city status.
Thank you so much, Mr. Odogiyan. Well, my dear viewer, until next week again, we shall be coming your way. You see, progressivism is not all about your cap like I'm having on, or your agbada or anything, but about what you can do for the people, what the party can do for the people. You have to impact positively on the lives of the people. That's what makes you a progressive. Until then, let me start to say thank you to my guest, Mr. Abitogun. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much, sir.
Prince Odogiyan, you have been a bit political today, but thanks for coming all the same.
Thank you too.
Dr. Alawiye-Adams, thanks for coming all the way from Ede.
Thank you very much.
And congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you, sir.
As the vice, is he chief of staff to the vice chancellor of Adewale University, Ede Osun. Thanks once again.
Thank you.
Jeff, you've been wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We owe our people the duty to say the truth, because righteousness exalts a nation. Reproach is a sin to the people.
Okay.
This state must move forward. Nigeria must move forward. Okay, Honesty is the hallmark. That we must do at all times.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Until next week again, take care of yourself. Don't get into trouble. And I shall be.